What's up my loves, my name is Paige, this is Paige with the Page, and today we're going to be doing the quarter year crisis tag. Hello my darlings, welcome to this video. Today I want to be answering the questions to the quarter year crisis tag that was created by Roisin's reading, and I will leave all the questions linked down below. Consider yourself tagged if this takes your fancy to be able to do, but basically we're just looking at the first 3 months of the year and how our reading has gone. I will be doing 2 videos that are my goals check-in and my stats for quarter 1, so I will have those coming up throughout this month that will go into more detail on my reading stats and where I'm at with my goals. So let's dive in. The first question is, how many books have you read this year? So for the first quarter was 38 books, and I'm pretty happy with that. I definitely think that I have gone through dips and waves, but 38 for 3 months is pretty damn good. Question number 2 is, have you already found a book you think will be a 2024 favorite? If not, what's the best book you've read so far this year? So I'm not sure, but I have a very strong gut feeling that How High We Go in the Dark by Sequoia Nagamatsu will be my top book. Oh, this is the best book I've read this year. So I really hope that it is top by the end of the year. I would also be okay if other things exceeded this, because that means I'm reading great shit. But I don't think that anything will be able to top this. I did also think that it was translated, but I was incorrect. The author is American, and I made the assumption based off the name, which was my fucking error. Apologies. But if anyone saw my vlogs talking about it, or I think even in my wrap up, wish to clarify, I'm an idiot. But holy shit, the concept of this just blows my mind every time I think about it, and the emotions that I felt while reading it. There was just so much that goes into it. So, oh, it was damn fine. The next question is, any 1-star reads or your least favorite book? Thank God my reading has not been 1-star level. I don't often hate the books that I'm reading enough to give them a 1-star, and I'm learning to DNF if it's not my type. I also know my reading style, and I am also very generous with finding credit where I can in a text. So something might be a 3-star for me, but I can see that like there's a lot of literary merit to it. I'm just not that kind of a reader. Or, you know, the potential and the writing was beautiful, but the story just didn't hit the marks for me. But I know that other people will absolutely adore it, and the representation and the writing was so top tier. So that's sort of where I fall. My least favorite book this year has happened to be House of Sky and Breath by Sarah J Maas. No. It was still a 3-star, 3.5-star read, but I just found I struggled a lot with it, and it was also my first read of the year, so I was very much chugging away at it, and it wasn't an enjoyable reading experience. I didn't set myself up for success to love this, and then with the ending meaning we had to have read multiple things in the Sarah J Maas world, I was pissed at that. I am now endeavoring to catch up on Maas's work, and I am frustrated at that fact to be able to give CC3 a go, but I'm not hopeful. Next question is my most read genre so far, and that is hands down fantasy with 50% of my reads. And I will go into a conversation about this and my reading stats for years previously. With this, I am so happy that it is predominantly fantasy. This fills me with joy. I am back. I am no longer reading Animorphs, and it is great. The next question is a book that surprised me, and I'm going with The Wicked King by Holly Black. I enjoyed The Cruel Prince, but I honestly forgot it very quickly after reading it. I don't remember any of the plotline. It was not memorable. The Wicked King, I was heavily invested. I had so much fun with it, and I ended up picking up Queen of Nothing pretty much, well, I picked it up in the next month, which I wasn't intending on doing initially. I just thought, oh, you know, like I'm gonna have to read this, so I might as well. If I can aim to finish it, I will. And then next minute, I'm like, I want to actively read this. So that was a really lovely surprise. I found that the characters were much more palatable and the story was actually memorable. The next question is a book that's come out in 2024 already that you want to read but haven't yet. And I'm going with An Education of Malice by S.T. Gibson. I loved A Dowry of Blood, and I feel like this shit is going to be my vibe. I'm just so excited to get to it, but I just haven't done it. Haven't picked it up, and that is fine. But I definitely would love to get to it sometime this year. I haven't been keeping on top of new releases much, so I'm like, okay, I did buy a brand new release today, so that will be in my April haul, but I'm very curious to see how that one goes. The next question is one goal that you're succeeding at. A Goodreads goal of 52 books. Honestly, reading through my previous hauls, I'm actually doing pretty well on, so I am very happy with that. So I have sub goals for a few sections, so like my previous hauls, but then also my book buying for 2024, all of that, and majority of my previous hauls category is going really strongly, so very happy with that. On the flip side, the next question is one goal you need to focus on. Do not buy books. My book buying, holy god. I'll be doing a full breakdown of this goal in my goals check-in and have a breakdown in the process. It's not been going good, but I still have 9 months of the year to go, so we'll see what happens with that. And I don't begrudge myself because a large proportion of these were gifts and the other was me giving into my impulse gremlin. So yes, but that is not going good, and I would like to focus on that and make it a priority to not accrue too much shit. She says I got a book today. It's fine! I'm fine. Everything's fine. And then finally, the last question is new to you, booktubers, bookstagrammers, booktalkers, book bloggers for 2024 that you would recommend. And I'm not on Bookstagram, BookTok, or book blogs. So for booktubers, I found Observing Emma and their Castle TBR game obsessed. I love their personality. They are just a ball of glorious fantasticness, and it makes me so happy watching their TBR game every month. I also really like watching their vlogs. I am very excited to watch their unhaul because I do love a good unhaul as well. And the other booktuber that I want to recommend is Nicole from Noteworthy Fiction. Again, can we tell I was looking for more TBR games? Like, it fills me with joy. Watching their TBR video just, oh, it's so good. It's so chaotic, and they have the pages that they want to reach, so their books tally up, and then watching them do March of the Mammoths, so good. And then they have such an eclectic range of videos from tags, wrap-ups, TBRs, singular book reviews, and they're just so articulate with their thoughts, which is something I always aspire not to be, because we know that's never going to happen, but I admire it in people because it's a talent that I do not possess, and it's great. But Nicole just seems like a wonderful, lovely person, and both Emma and Nicole both have that very comforting sort of vibe on their channels, so I've really been enjoying watching their videos, and they're the two new booktubers to me. Obviously I have found more, but I recently did a booktuber shout out as well, which had a few more TBR games in there as well. Always a good time. And that's it. Short, quick video. I needed this tonight. I do not have a lot of spoons. My work has been kicking my ass. I really like reflecting on where I'm at, and I know that this is all arbitrary. There is no stakes to any of my reading goals. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. But I think it's nice to be able to just look in and see how you're traveling, what's going on. If, you know, I can look back and go, yeah, actually I understand why my book haul went out of control for a little minute there, because I was not in a great headspace and I found out about Depop. So choices. But I can then reflect and go, I'm in a significantly more crisis state, but less mentally bad place. So I am able to then curb my spending so that I'm not just buying shit for the sake of buying shit. But, you know, sometimes you just need to treat yourself for morale. It's always interesting looking back and going, okay, why is this the way that it is? Do I want to make changes? Am I still in the state of I just need to spend money on books? Because that's fine. I don't give a shit at the end of the day, but I also do want to see my behaviors get better as I feel better, because that feels good knowing that I'm not in a bad place. So that's sort of where I lean towards it, and at the end of the day, like, whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen, and I'm gonna be here and I'm gonna reflect on my reading and have a grand time and continue to watch some amazing fucking booktubers. So let me know in the comments any of your answers to these different questions. Let's champion ourselves because we are fucking amazing. So let me know how your reading is going in positivity vibes. So is that a goal that you're really accomplishing and smashing out of the park? Is it that you have found a new favorite that you just want to scream about forever and a day? Anything that has been a positive experience for your reading, even if there's only one, I'd love to hear about it in the comments down below. Because we just need that little sprinkling of pixie dust and happiness at the moment. So that's what we're going to go with. But yes, let me know in the comments down below anything you want to let me know. It can also be if you need a little bit of support in TLC because we're struggling. That is also fine. I fully respect that. But anything you want to let me know in the comments down below. And if you like this video, feel free to give it a big thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more of this mess, feel free to subscribe. I'll hopefully see you on my next video. Bye!